Here we have for sale our 2014 on a 14 plate Renault Master. This is the SL28, which means that it's short wheelbase, low roof with a 2.8 ton gross vehicle weight. It's got a 2.3 DCI engine producing 100 brake horsepower with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and it is in the Sport spec. There is also no VAT to pay on this van. So what we're going to do is have a little walk around, have a look at the spec on it, because there is a lot of spec on this particular van, and also the condition. So starting at the rear of the vehicle, you can see that we have got the rear barn doors. They are glazed, so you have glass in them, and you can see there the orange heating elements as well, so that means it is heated. We've also then got a reversing camera, which I will show you when we go into the cab, and we have got the rear parking sensors as well. If we come round on the passenger side here, you can see that being the Sport, it does come with the nice 16-inch Renault alloy wheels. We've got a side-loading door. I'll show you a bit there in the back as we go around the vehicle later on. Also, as I say, being the Sport, you get the colour-coded wing mirrors. You've also got the colour-coded front bumper with the front fog lights, which makes it look not just your ordinary Master. I think it looks really, really smart. But one thing to mention with this particular vehicle, it's got very low miles, which you'll see in just a second. But one thing to mention is the condition. The condition on this particular van is absolutely impeccable. It's very, very difficult to fault, I guess, as you would expect with the mileage that's on it. But considering this is a 6-year-old vehicle, 6.5-year-old vehicle, the condition is absolutely fantastic. So let's go into the driver's side. So open up the driver's door and have a look at the spec that we get in here. We turn down the radio just there. We have got the electric windows and electric mirrors. As you can see, we do have 2 full keys with this vehicle, 2 full remote keys. These buttons on the end here, these are to control the onboard computer, which is just up there in front of you. And you can see the mileage is 6,088 miles. So exceptionally low mileage on this particular van. If we look at the driver's seat, we have some nice height adjustability here. You can also, of course, adjust the back. There are 2 seats in the front of this van, and as you can see, you do get an armrest with each seat. Also, they fold down, so you've got a really nice armrest there to go along. Having that there is only 2 seats, you've got this nice open space there in the middle, so you can get through into the back. And if we jump into the driver's seat, if we turn the steering wheel to the right hand side, you will have seen this when I opened the door initially. We've got the radio controls there behind the steering wheel. We've also then got auto activated wipers, and then we have auto activated lights on the other side. If we look on the steering wheel, we can see we do have some controls here, and they are for cruise control. If we look just down there, Webasto, that is for a Webasto heater. So this has got an onboard heater, auxiliary heater, which is located just down there. We'll talk you through that a little bit more as we go into the back. As I mentioned, 6-speed manual gearbox, air conditioning, and then if we look at the radio, you can see that we've got a USB and AUX ports there as well, and Bluetooth, so you've got the Bluetooth phone prep. There is your reversing camera, which again on a van of this sort of size is very nice to have. And again, as I mentioned while we were outside the vehicle, just the condition is absolutely impeccable. It's very, very difficult to fault. And as I say, with only 6,000 miles, you can understand why. But we can get into the back of the van from where we are here, as I say, because we've got this opening. And as you can see, the rear of the vehicle is fully carpeted, so we've got glass all round. It is privacy glass, so you can't see in as clearly as you can see out, but it is fully carpet lined in the back here. This would have started its life as a wheelchair access vehicle. So where you've got these little bolts in the floor, there would have been a rear ramp in here, and then these rails here would have been, to have secured a wheelchair for travelling. And then you've got an additional seat here in the back, so it does make it a 3-seater, which has got its own seat belt just there. And as I mentioned, you have this nice Webasto auxiliary heater just there, which is blowing well. As I mentioned, you've got these rails in the in the floor here. So you can actually you could put an extra seat in there if you so wanted, but you've also then got, which comes with the van, you've also then got these nice tie down hooks, and these will clip into the floor just like so, and then you've got a really strong tie down point. It comes with 2 of those as well, so you've got 2 really nice tie down points there. As I say, if you want to put something in the back of you, a motorbike, etc., you could tie it down really well. But what I think this vehicle would be ideal for would be a camper van conversion. So you've already got, it's fully carpeted, you've got air conditioning, you've got the rear parking sensor, you've got the glass all in it already. It is really set up perfectly for that. We have an additional little light, which is just up there, which I can show you when we open up the rear doors. We've got the extra speakers in the back here, which work lovely as well. So if we jump out, let's say we can have a look around the rest of the exterior of the van. But the condition is just very, very difficult to fault. Fully carpeted, auxiliary heater, extra seat, extra speakers in the back, glass all around already, and no VAT. As I mentioned, when you open the rear doors, you've got that extra little light just there as well. But look at the condition of this van. As I say, for 6 years old, obviously exceptionally low mileage. We do have service history with it as well, so even though it has only got very few miles, we have got a lovely service history with it, with a stamped service book. And as I mentioned, the crucial thing, no VAT to pay. If you'd like to inquire, here are contact details listed at the bottom of the sign. Please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange. So, if you'd like to come down, maybe see this vehicle for yourself in the flesh, take it out for a drive, then feel free to give us a call. Thank you very much for watching.